Hello, hello, my wonderful superstars of real estate. I'm so excited to be here. Welcome to another episode of Ask Coach V. And today, as always, we have a great show full of strategies, tactics, and wonderful answers for the questions that the agents out there asking. So I have here with me the brilliant Coach Ivon Martin. Hello, Coach Ivon.
Hey, Coach, and hey, everyone. It's going to be such a good episode. I'm excited about our questions today. For anyone who is new and hasn't seen this before, Ask Coach V is a series where we do exactly that. We ask Coach V. So we go out there and we look for what agents are talking about, what they're saying, what they're asking, what they're going through. We pull a couple of questions, a couple of scenarios, and then we ask Coach V, what do you think about this as a top coach, as someone who's been there and been in the trenches and done it? So I grabbed two great questions today. One is actually, we asked some agents a question and we asked them a question and we got a response and we're going to address that response. And then the other one is one that I think a lot of you are seeing very similar talk about. And you've probably even maybe thought something like this yourself if in a time of uncertainty. So let's get into it. Coach, anything you want to add, or are you ready to rock?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let me add this. So for all of you brand new following us here at this beautiful a show that we do, I just want to let you know, I'm your friend. I'm here with my heart to give you the best strategy, to give you the best mindset and the best tactics so you win the game of real estate. So I'm your friend here, all the way 1,000% committed to your success. So Coach, I am ready. Give it
Let's
up.
get it. Let's get
Get it
into this
on.
one. Okay, so this I have a picture. It's a screenshot of what someone posted in a group, and basically this is what they said. They posted it in a Facebook group with a bunch of little poop emojis. Okay, so you can already know the mindset and where they're coming from. I'm going to read word for word what they said, Coach, and then let's talk about it. So they said, this was in some real estate mastermind group. If I were a buyer looking for a new home, I would not sign Jack just to see a house. Buyers agents are screwed. So that's the sentiment. Now, you might be saying, but guys, it's Ask Coach V. That's not a question. I know it's not a question, but it is something that I think we should talk about because it is something that I think a lot of people are thinking. So before I say anything else, just what do you want to start off by responding to this with the guy saying, if I were a buyer, I wouldn't sign Jack. Buyers agents are screwed.
First of all, I hope you watch the show, dear agent that wrote this, because you definitely need a mindset shift. And we're going to help you, all of you guys that listen to this, to not have that kind of disempowering, negative, and defeated mindset, because it's sad to be in that position, right, Coach? It's sad. It doesn't help you, it doesn't serve you. So let me ask you this. And I come from a place of love and contribution. So I'm asking this. Are you sure that what you're saying is the truth? Because let me ask you this. If you have $1 million, well, let's make even way less than that. If you have $500,000 to invest in a business that you have no idea what to do, would you just try it out, go out there and do it, or you hire an expert, a professional to help with the way? Guys and girls, don't buy into this. You are needed. Say after me, I'm needed. Let me give an example. Coach, you know it because so many of you guys don't know, but Coach Ivon is also not only my fabulous CEO, but he also my son. Born and raised in a real estate dynasty. Mom, residential queen of real estate, and the father, a superstar in commercial real estate. So remember when we bought a house in Incline Village, Lake Tahoe? Yes.
I
So guys
remember.
and gals, as following my dreams and my plan, I had a wonderful desire to have a vacation home in Lake Tahoe. And we had this beautiful place that we went a lot. My kids were skiing high level, and we were going to Lake Tahoe a lot. So finally, we decided to buy a home. It was part of my dream. So I bought a home in Incline Village, Lake Tahoe, Nevada side. So it took about 2.5 hours to drive from our area in California over there. Now, here's the point. I was already selling tons of homes. I was already the #1 agent in the city, top agent in California, super knowledgeable. But am I really going to buy a home in Incline Village, Nevada side, that I don't know the area? I don't know the rules and what's going to go wrong or not. No. I don't want to waste time, money, and energy. I needed what, coach?
An agent.
An agent expert. So I hire a buyer's agent, everyone. He, even though super knowledgeable in business, I hire an agent, very nice lady who knew the market, who knew the area, the contracts, the expert. Of course, I got a referral fee. Of course, I asked her to help her with the negotiation because I was a top negotiator, but I will not give them tons of money and try it out. So get out of
Well,
your
and coach,
head.
I think that's such a good point, and it's a really nice way for them to think about what is going to have to happen for them to get a signature. You are a business person, and you had some business maturity, so you understood. Okay, I'm putting money over here. It's important to have an expert who knows the area to help me.
Yes,
You knew that, guys. The thing is, the buyers need that too, but a lot of them don't know that,
that is
and
true.
and that's what the job of your buyer's presentation and process of presenting to them to get them to the point where they sign the agreement is showing them why they need that help and the benefit of
Exactly.
having that help. So, Coach V, in her case, she was a business person. She already knew she needed help over there if she was going to maximize her investment and her purchase. The buyers don't know that. So it's your job as an agent to educate them. If you
Yes,
don't educate them, of course they're going to say, why should I sign anything with you? Right? Of course they're going to say, why should I pay you anything?
exactly. And coach, I want to go deep a little bit here because this is so valuable. Guys, pay attention. This is separation season. This is separation season. And when I say this, it's not because I don't care, but I gotta tell you, I saw a study that's saying that 35% of agents are gonna leave the business. Hey, you know what? I tell you, I love real estate. I love my peeps. I love you guys. Now I'm gonna say some of you guys, not you guys. You guys are here with me. You guys are the best. But some agents out there, they should leave the business.
Yeah,
They're
coach.
not
I mean,
committed.
we know specific examples of offices where 35% of agents aren't even selling a home in a
I
year, right?
know.
So if those 35% are the ones leaving, guys, it's not a collapse, it's a correction.
It's a correction, it's an upgrade. So you gotta say, hey, yay, I'm so glad this is my market, this is my chance, my opportunity to rise up. Because the reality is, uh, you show the value is you need the high level skills, of course, as always, more than ever. Good grades not enough, but you got to show the value and you got to learn. Listen to me. You got to learn to become a better communicator, a better educator, and ask the great questions that, like we teach you guys at VIP and a one-on-one. Mr. and Mrs. Mr. Buyer. Today we have a new way of doing business. And before you see a home, you need a top professional like me showing the home. So you're going to have to decide the quality of the agent that's going to represent you, how much they know in negotiation and market value, and of course also and knowledge, because that person is going to represent you. And I like to apply for the job. And now we're going to show your value and stack the benefits, right, coach?
Exactly. It's a whole process, right,
It's a whole
guys? It's
process.
not as simple as, you bump into someone, they say they want to buy a house, and you say sign on the dotted line. And I think that the agents that have never used buyer broker agreements before, because coach, you know it, I know it, our clients have been doing complete, full, comprehensive buyer's presentations and getting a signature, a buyer broker agreement for
For
years and years
decades.
and
Yeah.
years. We've been teaching our clients to do that, and they've been doing that with success in every market in this country at every price point you can imagine. So for them, they already understand the process, right? But for agents like maybe this guy that's saying, I wouldn't sign anything, it's because in their head, they're thinking like they're just going to run into a buyer and say, hey, sign the paperwork. You got to pay me and I got to represent you. And that's how it goes.
Yeah.
But guys, it's not like that, right? It's a
Yeah.
process. The same way when someone is interested in listing, you're going to talk more. You're going to pre-qualify. You're going to ask questions. You're going to have a presentation where you're going to show the value of working with you. Guys, we're just going to do the same thing on the
The
buyer
same
side,
thing.
which is what the top producers have been doing already.
Forever. So this guy have a disempowering mindset. He doesn't believe in himself. He doesn't see his value. So right away, everyone, you gotta have a mindset shift. Otherwise, you're gonna suffer and get out of the business, and that's gonna be horrible. So mindset shift. You got to really believe in yourself. So learn the skills. Look at your presentation as a buyer's agent, and what do you bring to the table? Can you negotiate? Can you educate? Can you give example? How amazing are you in influence and show the ability of your negotiation and selling to the client? Because yeah, you gotta now more than ever command the authority. develop the credibility, and be able to show them your value. Otherwise, you're going to suffer. So it comes with a high level of self-esteem, and that comes from confidence, and confidence comes from knowledge. So work on this, everyone, because otherwise it's going to be painful,
And
painful,
coach, I think
painful.
the other thing that is kind of funny here is he's coming at it from the wrong way, because the reality is it's the rule. They're going to have to sign an
They
agreement to
have
see
to
the
sign
home.
agreement.
So it's not an issue of, oh, I wouldn't sign anything. It's an issue of, would they sign it with you or would they sign it with someone
Yeah.
else?
And
So
if you
it's
they keep it like this, they're going to sign somebody else because he doesn't believe in himself.
exactly. So it's not about the fact that, oh, I wouldn't sign anything to see a buyer. Look, the buyers are going to have to do it. People follow the rules. If you go to, you're going to go drive on the freeway and there's rules, you follow the rules. If the rules change, you follow the new rules. People are going to have to play ball if they want to get help. So it's not an issue of, oh, I wouldn't sign anything. It's an issue of, well, they're not going to sign it with you if that's your approach.
Yeah, and coach, listen, everyone, I'll say this with a lot of care and empathy. It's a very poor mindset out of ignorance, what this guy is saying. Because the reality is people adjust and adapt to everything. We are forced, listen what happened to COVID. You had to show a home one at a time. You had to wear gloves. You had to wear masks. Everyone adapted,
People figured it
adjusted.
out and it was
Yes,
normal like that.
yes. So stop thinking like a for sale by owner. Because actually, it was a big joke, coach, many, many years ago when the president of forsalebyowner.com used an agent to buy a home. So listen, you got to think as an employer, you got to think as an entrepreneur, you got to think, you know what? This is my market. I'm going to up level my skills so I can communicate, educate, tell stories, become amazing and showing my value and selling my negotiation skills and explain what's going on to the clients. I'm going to become amazing in closing and really building that trust. And then I'm going to show the value. I'm going to stack the gold. And this is my market. I'm also going to get more listings. I'm going to follow up. By the way, don't miss, coach. Let them know about our training coming up, a free workshop.
Right.
Because
Well, we're
that
doing
knowledge.
we're doing a free training session August 16th, one day before the change. It's on purpose, guys. It's going to be Friday at 11 o'clock on Zoom, and we're going to go over our proven high converting buyer's presentation. Okay. So this is where you're going to learn, because guys, remember, the big shift you got to take here is that this is not, hey, I'm interested in seeing a home. Great. You got to sign the paper and commit to working with me, right? It's not that. It's ask questions. It's find out more. It's build value in actually meeting you for an appointment, going to that appointment, presenting, and then getting the signature. So what we're going to do in that free session on August 16th at 11 is we're going to give you our proven buyer's presentation that, you sit down, you take them through these steps, you're leaving with that signature at the end. So we'll pin the link at the top of this video in the comments, so that way you guys can register. So coach,
Yes.
I think just to kind of
Oh, one more thing.
punctuate. Oh,
I
okay, go
know,
ahead.
coach. I just want to say, listen, everyone, knowledge will bring you confidence, power, freedom, financial, emotionally, everything. Ignorance is scarcity. Ignorance is painful. Ignorance is costly. So learn what to do, how to do to build value, to build the trust, to create the credibility and authority, and dominate your market. This is your time. Stop going to the fear mode and scarcity mode. You can make this the opportunity to rise and be the best. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this new market because it's going to be easy for everyone. Because now we are talking with people that know what needs to be done and are working on. This is awesome. Next question,
Exactly.
Coach
So just to
Ivon.
wrap up this question, guys, first, you got to see the value in you as a buyer's agent. Can't look at yourself through the eyes of a for sale by owner that thinks you don't do anything, right? And you need to understand that it's a sales process. The same way you do with the listing, where you talk to someone, you set an appointment, you present, you get the signature. You're going to do the same thing with the buyer, and it's going to be the natural conclusion to following that
Yeah.
process. So let's
Have your
get into
mindset shift. Have your mindset shift. Okay,
let's get
next.
into our next question. So this one, our team actually asked on social media. We asked a question out there to the agents, and that question was, let me go to it right now. We said, what's one skill that you feel if you mastered today would most significantly elevate your success and conversion in this real estate market? So our team asked that of our social media followers, and I got a response here from someone, and I want to talk a little bit about that response, because I think it's a response that is important, and we can give you guys some tips on it. Now,
Right.
before I get to an answer, if you guys are liking this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys like this video, because it helps us spread this to more agents, and also to make sure you're not going to miss any future videos. We do a lot of these Ask Coach V, and Coach Vanda also shows up all the time and just drops tons of value and free content. All right. So let's get into this question. So
yeah, it would mean the world to me. It would mean the world to me. So do it. Stay here with us and share this. Go, Coach. I'm excited.
Okay. So we asked them the question that I just read, and I'll read it one more time just to make sure that you guys are all locked in. So we said, what one skill that if you master today would really significantly improve your real estate business? And this is the response that one of our followers gave, and I want Coach V to talk about it. He said that the skill that he really thinks would significantly improve his business is if he mastered confidence and persuasion. Confidence and persuasion. So Coach V, my question to you is, what do you think about his answer? Do you think he's right? Do you think that, I mean, obviously everyone has their individual things that maybe he's lacking in one thing or another thing, but do you think that confidence and persuasion are really big right now? And what do you feel is so important about those skills?
By the way, I love the answer, and thank you for participating and answer our questions. Yeah, they both are superpower right now in this market. Why? Because it's a value-based market, right? And people are having a lot of choices. We talked about this before, Coach, that right here in San Diego, where we live, the San Diego County, there are over 25,000 agents. I heard that New York City, that there are 85,000 agents. So people have the freedom of choice. If you think your Aunt Mary is not talking to some other people when she think about buying, selling, she's wondering, she's checking, she's hearing a lot of information, a lot of media. So they are wondering, and they have the choice. So you have to show up with so much value, as we just talked, so much strength and knowledge, market knowledge. Be able to educate them with your capabilities and abilities. So let's go back here. What is to persuade? What persuasion?
Yeah, well, I was about to say, Coach, why don't we do this? Because we don't have a ton of time. But what we can do is maybe you can give 1 point on each one on confidence, one on persuasion, on how this agent can raise that skill to the next level, how they can get there. So why don't we start with confidence? Because I have a follow-up question about persuasion, because I think that's a little bit of a tricky one.
I appreciate that. Well, listen, to really be simple, because you know me, I love simple. Simple is easy to duplicate and grow and scale. Confidence in action. Confidence is action. Confidence, of course, is a state of being. You got to believe in yourself, because we know a lot of people with a lot of experience, knowledge, even talent, but they feel unsure, insecure. They don't have enough confidence. They fail. So confidence is a state of mind, is a decision, but it's action at the end of the day. Because what do I mean? The more you do something, as you embrace courage, as you embrace control your self-talk, and you take the action, that creates confidence. So
get more and more comfortable.
Get more and more comfortable. So confidence is a state of mind, is a decision, and is action. So all of you nervous, just keep doing it. Keep doing your phone calls, keep doing your videos, keep doing your follow-up, keep practicing right now, doing videos, bringing the good news about the changes, and make that into a great news for your database. For, again, take action that will build you confidence. Decide to be confident.
And Coach, it's one of the reasons that, we've been telling our agents for months, if you're not already doing your buyer broker agreement, start now. Because like you said, doing it is going to bring you the confidence. Yeah.
Yes.
So like Coach V said, right? It starts with that decision. You have to decide that I got this. Whatever it is, I can handle it. If I don't know, I can figure it out, right? That's internal. And then second, of course, practice. So if you're one of those agents that, you waited until now to try to learn how to do a buyer's presentation and ask for a signature, yeah, you might be standing on some shaky ground, but that's okay. You can always start today working on it, practicing it. And as you do it, you'll get better and better, and you'll learn to have that confidence.
So true. Listen, everyone, practice and repetition are the mother of skills, and skills will build you the confidence no matter how long you're in the business. Coach, very quickly, can I tell a quick story? Very quick story. I know time is short, but stay here with me, guys. Listen, many moons ago, I was coaching an agent in the Bay Area. It's been a long time. She was new with me in my schedule, and I'm coaching her. She was new in the business and new with me in my schedule. So I'm coaching her, and I realized she's not selling homes at all, and I could tell there was a disconnect. And as a great coach that I am, I listen to my intuition, not only my knowledge, expertise, and experience. I said, listen, let me ask you a question. How knowledgeable are you on writing the purchase agreement? I could see the hesitation, Coach. I could see that she was hesitant. I said, how many times did you really actually wrote a purchase agreement? She said, not many. I said, darling, I have a feeling that you are avoiding asking people for business because you are afraid of them saying yes. And now you have to ask that you have to write a purchase agreement. So your lack of knowledge of the contract is stopping you from asking for business because you're afraid of them saying yes and you don't know how. See, this is business skills. So I said, you're going to ask your broker to help you, but let me give a strategy. Everyone listen to the strategy. I said, I want you to write 3 fake contracts per day. 3 fake contracts today. Okay, this is John and Mary. They're buying $1 million home with 20% down. Conventional loan, write the contract. This is Paul and Juliana. They're buying a VA and so I said, I want you to write 3 fake contracts. Just print the contract, and just write it even by hand. Practice. Right away, she's like, oh my God. I said, I want you to write a contract in 10 to 12 minutes. That knowledge of knowing how to write a contract made her feel confident, prepared. Now she was not afraid to ask for the business. So are you afraid of the new contract? Go practice. Are you afraid of the buyer's presentation? Go practice right now, record it over and over and over. And that's going to build a lot of confidence.
Exactly. So there you go, guys. Confidence starts with that internal decision, and then it's repetition and practice. So let's go to persuasion. And Coach, before you even talk about persuasion, I want to ask you a question. When I hear the word persuasion, it makes me think of a synonym, which is like convincing. And convincing is something in sales that I feel like, oh, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to convince people to do things. I don't want to come off pushy, this, that, and the other. So can you talk a little bit about how someone can become more persuasive, but at the same time, not be like pushy or convincing? Because I don't want someone watching this to think, well, I don't want to just like convince everyone to do something they don't want to do.
I love the question and the way you said it, Coach. Listen, everyone. So let's clarify right away. I believe, in Coach Vanda's definition, the persuasion is your ability to influence, is your ability to lead, not to convince, like Coach Ivon said, not to force, not to push. If you are forcing, if you are pushing and trying to convince someone, you're being obnoxious, salesy, and annoying. That's the reputation we get because there are so many agents, unfortunately, so many salespeople that don't know how to sell. Guys and gals, persuade is ability to lead and educate and prepare and sell them on themselves. So leadership, all of this is influence. So right now, talking about some of the skills you got to improve yourself immensely is your ability to influence, because it's your ability to persuade someone what's the best for them. And that comes with selling skills of asking great questions, listening. Go ahead, Coach.
Exactly, Coach. And I was about to say, I'm trying to get into the mind of this agent as they ask and they say they want persuasion. And I'm thinking, he's probably thinking, I want to persuade them to sign the buyer's agreement now that I have to start doing a buyer's agreement. And that goes exactly back to what Coach V was just talking about, influence and showing the value. Because at the end of the day, if they want to buy a home and they want to have the best result, they want to buy it for the best price, they want someone to take care of the process, all you have to do is show them, right? Sell them on the idea that you're the best one to do that for them. And that's why they should work for you. So that's the persuasion. You're not persuading them to do something they don't want. You're influencing them and showing them and selling them on the idea that you're the one that's going to help them.
Yeah. And now, great stuff, Coach. Great stuff that you're saying. Now, the best way to do that persuasion, to lead them with grace, with skills, with confidence, with swagger, is giving them examples, telling them a story, because selling is energy. And people only make a decision to hire you, to buy with you, to sell with you, or to trust you if they feel engaged in energy. You can give data, evidence, they just think. But when you tell a story, when you give an example and they see themselves and they can relate and they will understand. So first of all, the skills of persuasion is how well do you communicate? How well you tell stories? How well you can explain? How well you can listen carefully and know what they are? I mean, I love this, Coach, don't you?
Exactly. And it's funny because I look at, confidence and persuasion together and talking about the skills to elevate. And I'm just thinking it's sales, it's getting better at sales, it's learning sales. So
listen more.
Coach, great conversation today. I think we had some fantastic questions. Guys, again, if you like this, Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next ones. Make sure you like the video. And we're going to be back with more Ask Coach V, right, Coach?
Yes, definitely. We love doing this. We love helping you to elevate your mindset, your skills, your strategy, and know what to do in energy. So I just want to finish with this. Guys, protect your environment right now. Protect the most valuable real estate you have right now, your mind and your heart. Surround yourself with the uplifting people. Who are you listening to? What kind of media are you consuming? Because this is the time for you to upgrade your energy, upgrade your circle of friends, who is mentoring you, who is coaching you up, and stay strong and go learn what it takes to have amazing bias presentation. Sign up right
Speaking of
now.
which, exactly, go learn what to do. One last time, going to remind you guys, we're going to pin the link in the comments. It'll be right under the video. Sign up for our free session on the 16th of August, where we're going to give you our proven high converting buyer's presentation. You don't have to make it up, guys. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Follow ours.
Don't suffer. Ignorance is a choice. Also, being rich and successful and have peace of mind and love is a choice. Choose wisely. So I see you next time. Coach, thank you for your brilliance and amazing energy.
Yeah, thank you. It was always fun.
Always fun. I see you guys next
Bye,
time.
guys.
Go share your energy. Thank you. Bye-bye.